I'll set up an intro.
Okay.
Because it looks like we are live. Welcome, everybody, back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host, Rattlesnake, coming at you live once again from the Snake Pit here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, joined by my co-host once again, Dakota. What's up, Dakota?
Damn, that's good. We ain't dead yet, boy. What up, dude? We've been MIA, but we're still here kicking a little bit. Oh, it feels good to be back. Dakota Drake 4, coming to you south of Atlanta, Georgia. We got a little bit of race car talk to catch up on. Who gives a fuck at this point? Let's get this mother going.
Let's do it.
What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in. Rock flag and eagle.
What up, what up?
What up, dog?
Red Dog!
Hey.
Andy says what up.
What up, Andy? It's been a minute, dude. What up, Dakota? Shout out my girl. Man,
Yo,
where have we been? I don't even know anymore.
living our lives, dude.
Jesus, this dadding's getting ridiculous.
See you fuckers Saturday. Are y'all going? Are you going?
Yeah, going to Martinsville, first time.
Oh, shit, that's right. This was planned. That's right.
Yes, gonna be
This is
nuts.
planned. We talked
Gonna
about
be
this.
nuts.
Dude, I have just been living my life, and
I know. I've been letting you do your thing.
yeah, it's been nice.
If I was like, "Hey, we're doing an episode," and if you said that, and I was like, "No, man, not gonna happen," you'd be like, "Motherfucker."
Well, the
We're
tides
here
have
now.
turned. The tides have. Yeah, my mother-in-law came into town last week, and I don't know.
It is what it
For that, it
is.
was something else. Traveling, probably.
I've been busy as hell anyway with work, so I've just been like, "Yeah, man. Honestly, just who cares?"
I know that's the thing. You never put up. I'm like, I don't know. What day should we do it? And you're always like, I don't know. I guess it's not the worst if we miss another week.
What did we
Like,
miss?
it's not
Are we in
the
round 3?
worst.
We're in the middle of round 3 of the playoffs. I think our last episode was in round 2.
Yeah, exactly. We pretty much missed this entire round. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord, man.
Didn't we
I
miss
don't.
much though? Because technically, in my opinion, we kind of came back when there was something that we should talk about.
Did you write down our final 4 picks?
Oh shit, probably.
Mine are written down downstairs somewhere. I'm not going to get them, but I remember I had the 45. I don't think either of us had the 22, but I remember I think we had the 45 in there. I think we both did. But now that we're here,
Hold on, I'm scrolling through shit. I'm looking.
oh yeah, I totally meant to celebrate because
Yeah,
Red
please
Dog,
go off.
by all means, dude. I'm fucking ecstatic, dude. This race weekend was sick. I mean, we'll talk about it in the episode of why is Homestead getting the cold shoulder here, but god dang, dude, it feels great. Like that was just an all around
Damn, I
great
don't
race
have 'em.
weekend.
That sucks. Sorry, couldn't
It's
find
okay.
them.
I'll find them before Phoenix, maybe. No promises. Pretty much another group chat race. Yay! Yeah, the boys will be back together one last time. Nash Vegas Thursday. Good God, for like racing or like partying. That's
Yo,
very
what up, Logan?
definitive. Oh, Logan is in the house.
What up? What up? Is this your celebration?
Yeah, I was just every time our drivers win, this is what we do.
Yeah.
I wish I had a
Well,
sword.
I'm trying to enjoy your celebration, dude.
I know. I wish I was smoking something. Oh,
Congrats.
dude, what? That's Reddick's 3rd win on the year, I believe. So.
Yeah,
3rd
I
win.
mean, I was pulling for him. I thought, you know, I
he had to
texted you-
win. The win from the pole, had to win. Nut up or shut up. I was fucking stoked from the beginning. I literally when like we ran that strategy long at the end, and I was literally like, "What are we doing? Oh my god, this is terrible. We're gonna lose the fucking race, of course." But I was like, "I guess this is the only strat we had, waiting on a caution." I was like, "But now, like, there's gonna be 10 laps to go, and we're coming from like 16th. Like maybe we'll get the 8th, so we're fucked." I was like, "Oh well, it's whatever. We had a good car. We gave it hell." And then when Larson Hail Married it in there and sold it out, my saving grace, my sweet dear Kyle Larson, I literally was like,
trying to
"Oh my
pass
God."
Austin Dillon, by the way.
And we just got, I know he's got to stay in there somehow. We just got the lead lap back and on the lead lap. And I was like, we're going to stay out. We're going to be the fucking leader. Holy shit. But I was like, yo, it's like, I guess it's going to be like fucking 7 to go or something. Like I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know. Like they're probably gonna eat us up, even though we only had like a couple laps on the tires. I was like, I don't like the odds.
Yeah, right,
And so I was like, fuck it, and let's send it. And then when Blaney and Hamlin took off, I was like, well, we're done. And all of a sudden they got to racing, and Red Dog All American 400 weekend. Is that late? That's late models. Friend is racing Saturday
Yeah.
night. Hey,
Yep,
cool.
shit.
Have fun, girl. And I was like, holy shit, dude! Like we're catching them. We're catching them. Logan and his girl were over, and we were all fucking drinking. And we were
Yeah, I saw
flipping.
videos.
Oh, we were flipping out, dude. Because I was like, go at it, go! I was foaming at the mouth, spitting on TV. I was flipping out, dude. And when he fucking just sailed it in there on Blaney and it stuck, I mean,
that was sick.
I felt like a kid again. It was awesome. Just like I haven't got to yell at my driver taking the lead for the win in a long time.
True.
So it was like it was.
Although you've had a lot of experience doing it, to be fair.
Hey, so it's been a long time since I felt like that or got to like flip
Right, yep.
out and be excited like that. And I mean, how clutch! Like round 3, final, make it 5-4. That's cool.
Yeah, that's the biggest part. This
But,
was like what a badass finish
yeah.
to this race.
When he
dude.
sailed it in there, I was like, well, they're gonna be side by side off 4. Like maybe he's gonna have it, but he blew fucking Blaney's doors off.
Yeah, when Blaney took the lead, I thought that was it. Like I was like, okay, Blaney, he made his pass past Denny
Coming out
right?
through in 1 and 2.
Yeah, and immediately they're like, oh, the champ wants a shot, he's answering. And so I'm immediately like, that's
He
the
wants to
storyline.
defend his title.
Yeah, he's gonna come back and defend it. And I was already kind of
cool.
thinking, you know what? This isn't the worst storyline. That's kind of cool. The defending champ.
Yeah,
races
Felicia was
his way
flipping
in.
out. She was flipping out for Blaney.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I
And
think
so
like,
I'm kind of
"Fuck
already
you, Reddick."
I'm already in that state of mind. Like this is probably then I'm seeing Reddick pull out of nowhere and I'm like, whoa. That's when I was at the house with like Samantha. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, I was like,
up on my feet.
third. Okay, like I'll take it. That was better than where we were gonna be. Yes, late models, but he races coming. Okay, hell yeah. Well, hopefully he kicks ass. And I was like, holy shit, when he dove in 1 and 2 under Hamlin and cleared Hamlin, I was like, oh my fucking God.
Badass,
I was like, oh my God. And I was like, go, Reddick. Go, Jesus. No, you didn't, Dalton. Who would have fucking I just knew he was gonna do that. I think Blaney was like kind of hesitating, like, no way he's gonna sell it in there, right?
Yeah.
And then Reddick came in like 10 miles an hour faster, and it was like, how the hell did he do that? I think he ran like a 33.3 on the last lap, and Blaney ran like a 33.6. Like that's how much faster he was.
Right, yeah.
And they're older tires, but be granted, he only ran like 2 laps green, which I mean that's older tires, but they weren't like 10 lap older tires.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seemed like Reddick had the faster car. I mean, that's what it looked like.
It was
when you're
fast.
watching
They unloaded with a hot rod. When he got the pole, fastest in practice, I was like, that's all I can ask for. If we win, we win.
Yeah, I mean, he clearly had a fast car the whole race. Like, obviously, he was going to be competing for it. But it was kind of cool to just see everybody competing for it. Was like, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Ryan
they were all
Blaney,
up there all day.
Tyler Reddick. Yeah, it was the guys that we wanted to see.
Elliott was, dude, for a while. I was
Chase
like,
Elliott. Yep.
I was like, is he going to win this fucking race?
True. Yep. Yeah,
like,
it was
shit.
literally, I mean, you couldn't have scripted this better. Every dude competing to win this race was the guys that we needed to talk about winning this race. It was perfect.
Yeah, dude, it literally was like my bias aside, that race was a banger all the way. What did it end up on Jeff's poll?
Yeah, here, let me pull it up because it's not even your bias on this one, dude. It's like this race was perfect. I mean, I shouldn't go as far to say perfect, but it was like you scripted it for the playoffs, because that's another thing. Like, people kind of bitch about the NASCAR playoffs and they try to artificially create this drama that never happens. It's like, well, here you go, dude. It happened and it was perfect. It played out perfect. I mean, I guess it played out perfect for the Reddick fans, but unbiased, bias aside, like, that was badass. I think even Andy agreed, right?
Yeah, and Blaney finished second and Hamlin third. I didn't see where Larson I honestly haven't even looked at the finishing order. I kind of browned out after the race.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Let me pull up the finishing order.
Yeah, I have no idea.
So Nick, Blaney, Hamlin, Seabell, Chase Elliott,
Seabell,
William Byron. Dude,
those
those are all the contenders. And that's your top 6.
Larson finished 13th. Oh, yeah, okay. I saw something about where he spun, and he was in second when he spun, and they let him keep his position.
Yeah, that was weird.
That's unusual and weird.
But no one's talking about it because what a badass finish.
And,
Carson
yeah.
Hocevar, P9.
Dude,
top
and he
10.
was up there battling in the top 5 all day.
I
He
know.
passed
I love
Reddick
seeing
one time,
Carson
and I was
doing
like,
well,
I
yeah.
literally was like, hey, how about Hocevar? And I was like, fuck off, Hocevar, dude, what the hell?
Stop being good right now.
Yeah, that's what I was like, no, not right now. Allmendinger 8th. That's
Ryan
wild.
Priest 10.
Oh, God.
Josh
Yeah, no wonder he
Berry.
gets the ride.
Yeah, man. It was an
Still,
interesting.
That was wild.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think, here's the Jeff Gluck poll. It actually finished 3rd overall in 2024, which is kind of crazy, but it got 93.8% approval.
Wow, that's still really good.
And that's 3rd in 2024. That's Kansas and Atlanta, they said were better. When you look at all the results, I mean, Homestead is like probably right outside the top 10 for like all results since 2018. So
that's crazy, man. Like,
it was a great race.
It was a fucking. I had a feeling like we're going this Homestead. Like, that's why I invited Logan over. Like, let's watch this bitch. And yeah, that's kind of what we thought we were gonna see. But Larson had the right rear go down early. It was very unusual.
Gross.
Yankees grins. Who?
Ew.
Oh, I did see some meme. Did a fucking fan rip a ball out of a fucking Dodgers glove?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
It's Yankees fans, man. What do you expect? Grant, yeah, I mean, it's still 2-5, top of the 4th. I'm just how awesome would it be if Dodgers just swept them? That would be hilarious.
What is it right now? 2-0, 3-0?
Yeah, it's 3-0 Dodgers, dude. They could get swept.
Ooh.
Oh man, go Yankees!
What up, Meg?
Kyle Larson.
Boo Larson.
I say fuck Yankees, go Larson.
Oh,
so that's what I say. I don't even like the Dodgers. That's just how much I hate the Yankees.
Yeah, I like if I had to pick. You know, one thing about New York is don't care for it at all, but I do respect people being proud of where they're from.
That's a good point. Like
I don't care about I don't care about New York, but people are like New York. I'm like, hey, all right,
yeah, New Yorkers, Texans,
yeah,
Southerners,
Georgia boy.
Yeah, specifically Southern though. Like,
kind of like,
you know,
rep your shit, man.
Yeah,
so, I get it.
Yep.
But I'm not gonna like start throwing out random stats and stuff.
Love my Yanks, but goddamn, our fans are wild. Yeah, they are
a little too wild.
I was like, scum Yankees crap. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing Yankees do kind of acknowledge. Also, Philly fans are like that too. They acknowledge how like scummy and trashy they are.
Yeah, we're pieces of
shit. They're like,
know?
We're pieces of shit. We are the worst fan base. You know, I kind of respect that about Philly fans. Is at least they're self-aware. You know.
Yes.
Anyway, Homestead, great race, 93.8% approval. I mean, I don't know what else there is to say other than how much the only way this would have been a better race is if it was the championship and it was the Champ 4 battling. That was the only way this would have been the better race. And then it would have been the perfect race. In all honesty, I probably would have given it 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know what else. I mean, I'm a little biased, but like, even if that was Blaney passing Reddick or something, that was fucking.
Yeah,
you
would still
insane.
acknowledge like how incredible that was. But I think it just goes back to the point of like we need to eventually get this track back as the championship race.
Yeah.
Because
clearly,
imagine that product in 2 weeks,
dude. And clearly, no brainer. Like, we love this track, but it's like, it's just seeing this, and I think it's like a renowned topic of like, what are we doing? Like, we just had that, like, holy shit. And then, wait, what? We're going to Phoenix. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Right. Like they said on the teardown that they talked to one of the NASCAR execs, like, yeah, how about that? You know, how about that race in the playoffs? And one exec was like, man, if only we could bottle that up in a bottle and take it to Phoenix. And they was like, what? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you know, they used to have a championship here. You could have it here still. I I don't know what the fuck is going. Like that to me was the writing on the wall. Like, hey, yeah, this needs to be your champ race.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it
exactly.
being your champ race. I think being in the daytime helped it. Like in the hot slick sun. You know,
Yeah,
we always had the championship race at night or
that's a good
day
point.
to night.
The night was
I
cool
think the
though.
daytime it was cool,
I
but I think
liked how it transitioned.
it produced the better race. I think.
It maybe.
Yeah,
I,
that's the
I'm
best.
not.
That was the best Homestead race I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's another thing. We're all like, okay, this has to be the championship race again. But at the same time, you're like, well, this was the best one, so it's pretty easy to
Yeah.
say that now.
I think unanimously, like, I don't think anybody would disagree that, like, what are we doing? And then, oh yeah, Phoenix is your champ race next year. Like, all right, but like, can we talk about 26?
Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing. It's not like this is the first time people are bringing it up. We've been saying
Yeah.
that since it left.
Yeah, like, all
All
right, I'll allow it for like if we're gonna rotate. They're like 5th year at Phoenix, and we're like we're the Ben Affleck smoking the cigarette meme. Like,
Yeah, exactly. We've all been kind of unanimously saying it. I think people have been like chill about it because they're like, okay, we get it. Phoenix, it's cool. We're not trying to like talk shit about Phoenix, but at the same time, we never wanted it to move.
yeah, no one
Nobody was
asked for
asking for
this.
that. Nobody's asking for that. At least not to Phoenix. You know what I mean? That was like there was some rumblings, but it was never to Phoenix. And now that it's been gone for this long, I think everybody unanimously is finally like, all right. It's kind of like the Roval, everyone's like, okay, it's over
Dude,
now.
you know what? They were sitting here like a lot of stuff I heard too, and they're like, it's so unfortunate that Homestead is not going to be in the playoffs next year. And I'm like, so we're going to have the Roval in the playoffs next year and not Homestead.
That's insane.
Like, say that out loud in the mirror 3 times. Like, what the fuck? Okay, hey, all right. Put the Roval in March and move Homestead to the cutoff for the round of 2. I'll
Yeah.
allow that.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody be mad about that.
I know you like Kim and Harvick's podcast.
I haven't got to listen to it yet.
With Tony Stewart.
No, well, I saw the clips that I haven't listened to that one, and then I haven't listened to his new episode. This like came
Did
out
you see
today.
the clips of like Tony saying like,
Yeah.
why he's done with NASCAR?
Oh my god, Tony went off, and it was like, dude, say your shit. And Tony was like, he was like, yeah, I don't feel bad about this at all. Fuck this and fuck that, and clearly look at where NASCAR's doing. He's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
And that's the first time we've really heard him like say anything.
We all knew
been
he
like little
it.
quotes.
Yeah, right.
Little quotes where they're like, we'd like to thank NASCAR and thank everybody and Gene Huff.
But he
was
never
like,
comes on a podcast and says it out loud.
Yeah, he was like, oh yeah, fuck this. He was like, I don't like the direction the sport's going. Clearly, I'm totally happy not being involved with any of this crap.
Dude, the day that we get a Tony Stewart full-time like podcast will be incredible though.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Smoke would talk some shit.
Unedited.
Dude.
Yeah.
That guy will not hold back. And it's great.
Yeah.
It's
Tony
great
Stewart
for like
does what the fuck Tony Stewart wants.
Yeah, he's such a good person to have in your sport because he's passionate about it too. But he speaks the truth, man, and that's kind of what why I brought it up is what we're talking about right now. Just these like boneheaded decisions that you're like, what are we doing, man? We got Miami Homestead right here. It's incredible. It put on one of the best races of the year easily. We could how do we replicate this for the playoffs? Well, we don't. We just move it back to the championship because this is how good the season would be capped off. And then instead, they're going to take it out of the playoffs. And then on top of that, I see, was that like a real article or was that a spoof about like Saudi Arabia and shit?
Dude,
that has to be spoof, right? Like
I don't know. I don't. Well, the page that rumor page we follow is usually pretty credible. He posted it too.
Did you see the pictures though? It looks like
it
looked like Mars.
It looked like F1.
Yeah, it looked like F1 in the year
dude,
2058.
Yeah, and I think everybody's like, all right, that's where I'm out. Like I'm done here.
Yeah, so I think we can all agree if that
WWE literally has a pay-per-view this Saturday in Saudi Arabia.
Yep, they're all taking that money, dude. And I'm getting sick and tired.
I get it, but like not my NASCAR.
Yeah, go do it. Go get that money. But I'm not watching, I'm not about it. So if we get a road course in Saudi Arabia and then like a road course in Mexico.
Why does it always have to be a road course? That's what I've always
wanted. My God, dude. That's the biggest part of all this. If the Saudis were like, hey, we actually think NASCAR is pretty tight. We want to get involved in NASCAR.
We're gonna
So
build
what
a
we'll do
Talladega. Is Talladega
is
the
we're
one
going to
y'all like?
replicate Talladega, and we're going to put it in the fucking Saudi desert.
Yeah,
Like, I would
there's
be all about
kangaroos and
that.
shit. Yeah,
I'd be all about that.
They're like, how do you? What is it? Budweiser?
Dude,
Budweiser.
that would be awesome. They like ship some rednecks out there just to like really authenticate the place,
We
and
don't
it's
need
just these
shit
like
over here, man.
yeah, they're shooting AKs in the air. I don't know what happens in Saudi
my
Arabia,
God.
but I think it would be. I think that would actually be sick. I would be like
Hey.
totally on board for this. If NASCAR just was NASCAR and expanded as NASCAR instead of trying to be everybody else's shit, I'm okay with it. But they're not doing that. If NASCAR and WWE do Saudi events same weekend, I'm so down.
God damn it, Charles.
It's pretty much the same thing at this point. I mean, hell, at least with professional wrestling, it's like scripted and it's.
I don't know who's gonna win.
Yeah, like with NASCAR, they fucking lie to us and pretend that it's a real competition.
Oh man, which we were talking in the group chat the other day was like, at this we never even talked about any of the other races, but I am a pro playoffs guy, but
Yep.
as we go on down through the fucking years now, and then like the Bowman fucking, and then the Logano win and all that, and then Logano wins, and it's like, what are we doing?
Yep.
Like, what are we? I respect it, but I'm also like, what the fuck? This is a mess. Get your brooms. This is a goddamn mess.
Get your brooms,
And
'cause it's a
I'm just
mess.
kind of like, and I think Logano is gonna go win the fucking championship probably. I mean, I think it'd be hard not to bet on Belt, and I'm rooting for Reddick. But
Dude, you think Joey Logano wins the championship?
yeah, I
Oh
do.
no, it can't happen.
Oh, dude. Well, after all this and Destiny and even years, I think he's gonna fucking win it. And they're gonna say,
Yeah.
like, we had 3 weeks to prepare, motherfucker, and all that shit.
Yeah, if Joey wins it, people are really gonna be pissed. People are gonna
Well,
want
I
the
said that when
playoffs
he won.
done.
When he got in the round when Bowman got eliminated or disqualified,
Uh-huh.
I immediately said Logano's gonna win the champ. Like, I was like, I never didn't get to say on the show, but I was telling like Cody, and I was like, Logano's gonna win the fucking championship. Watch this. I said, I bet he sweeps the whole fucking thing. And I was half joking, but then when he won Vegas, I was like, oh my fucking God, dude. I was like, Logano's gonna win it.
All right,
He's
well, if it
fucking
doesn't
win.
happen now, I'm gonna call y'all out. You and
Okay,
Charles.
that's fine. I don't want him to fucking win. I mean, I want him to win for Justin, but Jesus.
I think it's gonna be Bell.
I think Bell's already a lock for Martinsville, which we'll get to. But I think if he just has no problems, he's good. But we've seen crazy stuff happen. But the way his program's been on like the flat ovals this year, they've been lights out fast. He was fast as shit last year at Phoenix. He won Spring Phoenix. Like, he will be the car to beat rolling into Phoenix. I
But
think.
don't you think if Joey Logano wins, I know there's gonna be plenty of Joey Logano fans that are gonna be stoked about it.
Oh
but
yeah,
don't you
but
think
there's gonna be a big
people are gonna be
asterisk.
pissed?
People are gonna be like, "Yeah, this is a sham. This is bullshit."
Yeah, man. Like,
he didn't make the third round. That's the only thing that gets me is like, ugh.
yeah, exactly. This is kind of, I don't know.
It's kind of like when they added
taste
a
in my mouth.
13th playoff driver and put Jeff Gordon back in.
Yeah.
Remember how everybody was like, "Ooh,
Yeah,
whoa,
dude.
what the fuck?"
Yes, you can't do that.
Yeah, no, we can't do that.
Every time they do this, it kind of diminishes the credibility more and more. So if Joey wins this, I think people are going to continue this narrative of like, yeah, you won a championship, but like in that era.
Yeah. Well, then people keep talking about like, well, this is what they need in the playoffs, and this is what they need to change it. And I'm like, if they change it again, it just diminishes these last 10 years anyway. Of
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing.
okay, well then, what were those championships? Oh, they won it like this, but those guys won it like that, and then these guys won it during this decade, and that's how they won a championship then. And it's like, what?
Yeah, the fact that they've created the playoff system at all means
Yeah.
they can't go back away from it. They
Yeah,
can't. put
Pandora
that-
doesn't go back in the box.
Exactly. It's not going back the other way. We have the playoffs now. This is just how it's
Yeah.
going to have to be. Because, like you said, if they take it away, that everybody will just say, okay, well, all those years, the 20 years or whatever we had of the playoffs, are just null and void.
Right.
And we should just go back, do the point system mathematically, and just give the championship to whoever should have had it then.
That's the only thing I can say is if we had a true, pure little championship like the old days, this sport wouldn't survive. I don't think. I think people would be like, Oh, this is
so checked
boring as
out.
fuck. Yeah, people are like, this is boring as fuck.
Yeah,
And like
they-
right now, they'd be like, Kyle Larson's your champion. We're going to Martinsville. And people are like, anyways, football's on.
Oh yeah, yeah. They would have had some like the Tyler Reddick race to win to get in kind of thing at Miami. Like Larson finished what 13th? You said.
Yeah.
So even with the wreck, people still are like, yeah, but it doesn't matter because he's gonna win the championship at the
Yeah.
end of this race.
Yeah.
And now the next 2 weeks don't matter.
Yeah. That was, I mean, I remember that shit. And it was very, very boring as a child. So,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
get it. I think it was an older style. Like that's what people grew up with, so it didn't matter as much. But yeah, when you were a kid and you were also watching football and baseball and the playoff seasons came around, I can remember kind of being bummed about NASCAR, being like, yeah, we don't have this excitement at the end of the season.
So, not saying the playoffs are perfect, but they're definitely
They're here to stay. We have the
very
playoffs.
great addition to NASCAR and what is. But however, when it comes to crown a championship, we said in the group chat today is like it just seems like it doesn't really matter as much anymore.
Right.
And like I hear Denny talking about more is like I'm going for wins. I want a championship, yeah, but like I want to win as many races as I can. And I'm like, I honestly think that's more important. And they talk about the all-time driver list and all the greats, you know. If you have a championship, yeah, but like what is a championship today? And Joey Logano is about to win his third.
Yeah,
it's
because
like,
now we have
what
to
the
go
fuck?
back in time and look at every single year that Dale Earnhardt won a championship and say, okay, given the parameters in the playoff system format, would he
Yeah.
have had
Won
7
it that
championships?
year.
Yeah.
So one thing that always did kill me though is they're like, if we stay with Winston Cups points, Kevin Harvick would have been a 5-time champion. I'm like, fuck you, motherfuckers.
Which is probably a bit more accurate to like statistically how impressive he was in the sport, you know, to be
Yeah,
fair. That actually
sure.
probably is a better representation of his
Yeah.
accomplishments. So that is an interesting point because I'm like, well, he probably should be a 5-time champion.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. We're in the playoff system now. We always will be. I think I agree though. If we're gonna correct this and make it better, we only have like one more shot at this thing. Because if we have to change it 2 or 3 more times, it means nothing. It continues to mean less and less every time it's changed.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. I think there could be some alterations, but like people keep talking about like, well, they need to do a 3-race shootout for the crown of champion. And I like that idea. But then okay, well then what were the last 5 years of winning you're in and last man standing takes it, you know? What does that mean all now? Like it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, I I almost wish they would like test this stuff out in like a different series first.
Yeah, do it in trucks and see how we like it.
Yeah, do it, dude. Do it in fucking Arca, and just no one watches. So just
Yeah.
study how it like plays out. You know, just something else. So we don't have to just because it's a great idea. To your point, you're like that
Yeah.
actually sounds like a good idea. I kind of like that. But what if we try it and it sucks? We can't change it again, guys. We can't keep going back and forth.
You know what kills me too is about the numbers moving forward and how great it is for sponsorship business is why don't they do it in Xfinity and trucks then?
Yeah, and why don't sponsors stay for more than like 10 races? Like
Why
don't
are
they-
companies shutting down?
Yeah, yeah. Isn't it crazy that they changed that whole model because it was supposed to be so much more valuable, and we have not seen an increase in long-term sponsorships. In fact, I'd say we've seen a decrease. How many guys are running paint schemes throughout the entire season? You know, I know whose podcast talked about this. Was it Tony and Kevin? Maybe that.
Yeah,
I think
they
Tony
talked a
might
little
have
bit
talked
about
about that.
They talked about like it's hard enough to find a sponsor for 2 races.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And he was talking about the business end of it and how they have to have their entire like rap teams now in house because they have to change the cars out so many times.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different paint schemes because there's so many different sponsors.
Yeah, unfortunately, like there's only 2 races to see that 4-car font, and I with these last 10 races of sponsors, I don't know what the fuck is going on over there, but it's very depressing. The Panini rainbow car, I never even saw it on TV.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
unfortunate. So that's one thing I'm gonna soak in this weekend at Martinsville is like seeing the 4-car for the last time in my life. Like I'm sure there'll be another 4 with some different font somewhere, but like that 4 for me, you know, it's a big deal.
It's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Josh Berry.
It's just I mean, I don't know. I think Tony said it best. Like I just don't know what direction we're going in.
Yeah, forever to for sale. It's insane, man.
Well, I don't know. What else is there to say? Recapping.
Badass race. Reddick, Logano's in the round of 4. Reddick, badass way to make himself to the final 4. He's good at Phoenix. I think you're gonna have to beat the 20 car. Logano's definitely gonna put up a fight, but who knows what's gonna happen? But it's very cool. I don't know. I've never I guess I have, but it's cool to be a new fan of this team, or my first year as a fan of this team, and then see him go off like this. And it's like, wow, I'm not on the bandwagon yet, bitch. I was here first. And I told Nathan, because Nathan been talking about who he wants to root for. I said, hey, bro, if you're gonna be a 45 fan, you might want to make that known before the next 2 weeks.
You told him that now?
Yeah, I told him that it was
I would say even now it's getting a little late.
Yeah, I said if you're gonna come out as a 45 fan, you better say it before he wins the championship.
Oh, for sure, especially coming out and winning this championship.
Yeah,
where people didn't write him off. That's for sure. People weren't writing.
He's
him
had
off.
a rough ass playoffs.
He's been good all season.
He's been good.
But he has not been the favorite. He is not.
It couldn't have gone any worse. He was upside down at fucking Vegas.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. We all kind of wrote him off at a certain point.
I was very depressed for a minute.
He's clawed his way back. So, yeah, you got to get him before this season because I don't. He might, he's talented enough to win more than one championship. With how we have the playoff system now, who knows? But
yeah,
he's talented enough for sure. So you want to hop on before he gets that.
Yeah, for sure. For anybody out there looking.
Same to for anybody looking for Austin Dillon. You want to hop on before that championship run. You never know; it could come around the corner any day now. So
hey,
stay tuned.
They're already fucking getting their shit together for next year.
Yeah, what's up, homies?
What up, Big Nick?
What up?
Let's go ahead and rate this puppy. An amazing Homestead race.
You know what? Let me pull out my other ratings so I know what.
I was writing them down forever, and then we got busy at work, and then I never went back downstairs. So I think the last race I rated was before the playoffs.
Sega.
Or wrote down, I mean.
Maybe Dega.
Woo!
Oh, man. Okay. Well, Homestead, what do we got here? All right. Do you have anything written down yet?
No, I'm going to say it on the fly.
All right, go. What do you got?
I'm going 9.5.
9.5, huh?
I think that's my highest of the year.
I'm going to go... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go 9.5 too. I know I'm copying you entirely. Sorry.
You're good.
I like that number a lot. I was trying to think of where else I could put it, but 9.5 is kind of perfect. 9.7 says Nick.
Oh, yeah, 9.5, boys. I think that you can't get much better than this, dude. It was a great fucking race. Yeah,
this season, no matter what we complain about, this season has had some of the best races I can remember in a long time. Multiple of those races.
And as much as we sit here and talk shit on next gen and we get this shit on the mile and halves, I mean, it's crazy how fucking good it was.
Richmond, Atlanta, Kansas, Homestead, Daytona, Darlington, Bristol, Michigan, Vegas. I mean, they've been incredible races. Those tracks are producing good racing.
And we're talking about short track races. People are already writing off Martinsville, and I'm like, well, hold on. We're having this wear tire, the option tire coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be there. I'm glad I don't have to watch the 45 fight for his fucking life. But I think I have hopes for Martinsville being a not terrible race.
I have hopes.
6 guys to go for it. Damn, crime this weekend wasn't the championships. That's right. It's there's 6 guys going for it. One's practically locked in, so there's 5 guys racing for one spot. I think you have to win the race to make it in. Larson versus Byron, fucking Hamlin at Martinsville, good God, and Blaney defending winner from last year and defending champion. Elliott's fucking always good.
I mean,
here.
I think if something happens to Willie B, Larson could maybe get in and not win, right?
I think but they're gonna have to have bad luck.
Yeah, something would have to happen.
I don't expect everyone to have bad luck.
Because Larson's 7 points out. It's possible.
I think it's possible, but
yeah.
I think they're gonna have to battle tooth and nail. Everybody's gonna be swinging for the fences, and everybody's gonna be pulling Hail Marys to try to get the dub.
I
And
know
I think Elliott's a super sleeper right here.
for sure. That's a good point.
Yeah,
I
you can beat Byron on some bad luck, but what if Elliott wins? It doesn't matter anyway.
I know. I forgot who brought it up in the chat, talking about who would be the bigger like surprise miss.
Oh, it's Jaguar.
Okay, yeah, I thought that was a great question.
It said Hamlin or Larson.
Hamlin or Larson, and I think we all kind of universally quickly said Larson.
Yep.
I was wondering what your thought process was there.
Yeah, I said Larson immediately because I think Larson's had a career year. I think 5 wins. They've been super hot or super like blowing right rears and hitting the wall and shit.
Mhm.
And it seems like right now they're kind of back in the corner, counting out the clock. But you never count out that 5 car. I think there'll definitely be a missile here this weekend. But he's always hit or miss at Martinsville. He either dominates and has won there, or he's like, oh, I don't even do good at these races, or he's like 15th. So.
Yeah,
I definitely don't think but they're going to need some luck on their side of not having bad stops and stuff.
he has 6 wins this year, 3rd in points overall. Yeah, I mean that's 6 wins. I agree. I thought for sure he was like the lock to win it, and I'm not saying him not winning it like ruins the season or anything like that by any stretch of the means, but him not making the championship 4,
Yeah.
and like Joey making it in. It'll put a sour taste in people's mouth.
Sour like when Kevin missed in 2020. Yeah, kind of like, what up, Pool Daddy? Kind of reminiscent of like, wow, Larson had a fucking stellar year, 5 wins. Quote me if I'm wrong, pretty 5 wins, 6 wins maybe.
6.
Is it 6?
Yep.
Okay, my bad. 5 or 6 wins, and it's 6. And stellar season, and then to not make the Final Four, and then Logano, who was eliminated, but then got the asterisk in. It's gonna have a lot of people sour.
Yeah,
but that's what NASCAR's brought to the table with their stuff.
Yeah, and I don't think it's necessarily the end of the world. It's a bummer for guys like Kyle Larson, but it does happen to drivers. We've seen it happen before,
right?
And not that long ago. I think when it becomes a problem is when Joey Logano does win the championship. I think that will actually upset
it's gonna
people.
Piss some people off.
And rightfully so, to be honest. To be fair, rightfully so.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, Denny at this point, I'm kind of like,
I want Denny to win the damn championship, but he doesn't even seem like he really gives a shit lately.
I've said it this whole time. I kind of just don't want him to win a championship. And I know it sounds mean.
Just to be that guy?
Just to be that guy. Dude, he'll be so much more famous by being the guy that was like, he was one of the greatest of all time and he never won a championship.
Yeah.
It could be a Jeopardy question.
Yeah. Which driver won this many races?
Yeah, it would almost make him more famous. And he can always go on his podcast and make the argument for like why the championships in his era were so much different and the playoff system was rigged against him. Like there's just so much more there. So much more meat on the bone than if he just wins one championship.
Right.
Like that almost makes his stats a little bit more boring.
Yeah. It's like, oh, he finally won it. Now we can't say anything.
Yeah, you're like, oh wow, it took him this long to win it. It almost reminds you of like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I know if Charles is here, he probably fucking hates to hear it, but that's just, I've been on that for a couple years now when I realized, oh shit, he might not win a championship.
Yeah, I think that, and Denny knows the fucking the time's running out, and I think like it just seems like this year, and even in his interviews, like he's just like, yeah, oh well.
But that's my problem. That's why I never pick him to win it, because I do think he has that mentality when it comes to the championship, and he's kind of always been like that. Where I don't know, there's just something about him. Like Joey can get it done, obviously, as we see now.
Joey's got that killer like mentality. Denny seems like he's like, another year we didn't get it. Gosh.
It almost seems like Denny is like too popular and has too many friends. And Joey seems like a guy that everybody fucking hates. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably why he's so good, because like nobody hangs out with him.
And I also think this whole court case investigation thing, blah blah, all that, lingering in the background could be a big distraction.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna go on there, but I mean, Reddick made it in. Everybody said,
You know what's funny? Logano goes out there and wins fair and square, and everybody's like, "God, bullshit, son of a bitch ass NASCAR's fake ass rules." Reddick goes out there back against the wall, fucking wins and makes it. Everybody's like, "Hey, good for them, man."
yeah, that's true.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty funny. Like, I think the hate for the Logano thing, asterisk thing, is more of people hate Logano.
Oh well, yeah, that's a huge part of it. I mean, Logano. I mean, and we've talked about this on the podcast before, where like hate for drivers has kind of like died out. It seems like it used to be way more passionate. I think it's because we just didn't get to see them in front of the camera as often. But it used to be way more passionate. And I think
Yes.
one of the only fan bases that is, or the only driver that's still kind of hated almost to that level, is Joey Logano. People still fucking hate him.
And I think people always will. He's a
Yep.
heel. He plays into it, which I love.
And he doesn't really
moves
like, he
drivers
doesn't
out
have
of the
his,
way and isn't sorry about it. I also like. Yeah, I mean, he kind. Did I just lag?
yeah, you did.
Sorry.
All good.
He can be annoying, but he's the guy that's gonna go out there and get after it and go for it, and that's what he did at Vegas.
Yeah, and I feel like Denny, did a podcast, and people can listen to him now, and they're like, "Oh, maybe he's not so bad. He's like a normal human being, like me and
Yeah.
you." Kyle Busch had a family and started like not being a little bitch after races, and people were like, "Okay, you know what? I think he drives a Chevy now. He's not such a bad guy." Joey Logano, on the other hand, doesn't do either of those things and still drives like the same car, and people fucking hate him.
Yeah, some people don't like him, and I get it, but then I'm also like, I don't think
get
y'all
it.
give him a fair shake.
I 100% get it. I don't hate him, but I do get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. People hate Logano. I don't get why people hate Hamlin. I mean, I get the junior fans
What?
when he wrecked Elliott. Yeah, I don't get the hate for Hamlin. He's a boss.
Dude, he's always driven like a fucking asshole. What are you talking about?
That's fine with me. Drive like an asshole. I want him to drive like an asshole.
I don't know. He's always had a shitty attitude. He's always rubbed me the wrong way, honestly. There's always been something weird.
I used to not like Denny, but Denny over the last 5 years has turned me.
I still, there's something that rubs me. I like his podcast. I respect the shit that he does his podcast. I mean, I respect his company.
I really like him as an owner and like doing
as an
his own
owner, he's
thing.
great. There's just
Yeah.
something about him, man. I don't know.
Dude,
It's like intangible.
What was really fucking cool was the Michael Jordan interview walking to the burnout.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Michael Jordan's like fucking pumped. And he
Yeah.
said, that little kid drove his ass off. Dude, I was like you can't not smile at that. He said, that little kid drove his ass off.
Damn. Yeah,
that was all around cool.
I wish they would ask Michael what's going on with that lawsuit.
I wish they'd ask him what's wrong with the 23 car. Bubba was fast at Homestead.
Oh, really? He had a good car, and he just happened to not do anything with it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It blows
Oh
my
my God.
mind.
Who was it? Victor at Bristol when he told me Bubba Wallace had the worst luck of any driver in 2024. I said, no, Bubba Wallace has the best equipment and has done the least with it of anyone in 2024.
It just cracks me up how much like there's like MJ and Tyler like and then it's like him and like Bubba on Victory or Pit Road. He's like, I tried. And he's like, Bubba tried.
And also Bubba tried really good.
Yeah, Bubba tried.
And he brought McDonald's money in. Woo!
Yeah.
He's not going anywhere, I promise.
Yeah. Well, that's when people were like, oh, what if Bubba's on the hot seat? I'm like, Bubba's not going anywhere.
Fuck up.
Columbia, Dr. Pepper, McDonald's.
Dude, they started this team because of this guy, because he can bring in so much dollars.
Yeah. He's pretty much footing the light bill.
Yeah, no, he's fine. He's fine, guys. They don't care. It's another Danica Patrick, and people got mad at me when I originally said it, but he pretty much is. He might be better than Danica. I might give him some credit there. You know what? I'll say definitively Bubba Wallace is better than Danica Patrick.
Yeah, for sure.
NASCAR.
You ever seen the like Danica wreck clip?
Yeah, dude. I was like, I stopped and thought about it, and I was like, no, actually, Bubba's
Bubba
better.
straight up won some races.
Yeah, exactly. He's earned some wins, but the point is, he's not going anywhere, man. Just like Danica, it didn't matter about the performance; it mattered about the money that this dude's bringing in, and he brings it in fucking barrels.
Oh yeah, big time Bubba.
Big time
Bubba. Dude. What's going to Martinsville this weekend? Cutoff. It used to be a bloodbath and be awesome. Here of late with the next gen, not so much. It's gonna be my first trip to the paperclip. I'm super excited to check that off the list and see it for myself. Gonna be fun. I don't even care what the fuck the race is like. I'm just happy to go see this track with my own 2 eyes.
Yeah,
that's all I care about. I don't care if the race is a snoozer. I'm gonna be there, so that's cool.
right.
And so we'll have boots on the ground. Maybe send some videos and stuff post. And then Dell Jr. 8 and Budweiser. We got to talk about it.
Yeah,
dude. I'm still changing my drawers. I still haven't ordered anything because I'm like I was gonna let the like fucking pre-sale like die down so my internet would work. And but I really want to like spend some money on some fucking merch.
yeah. I only bought the flag. I didn't.
Okay.
Even Samantha was like, you probably could have bought more.
I want to buy the sweatshirt, the like red sweatshirt.
Dude,
I want that.
Like the hoodie or the like.
I want the
crew
sweatshirt.
neck?
It's like the crew neck.
Yes, that's the one.
I'm like, dude, I can wear that to a bar.
With the logo on the arm.
Yeah, that to a bar with some fresh boots, dude.
Especially in fall right now.
Hey, dude, I like
it's getting a little chilly.
The black long sleeve too.
Oh yeah,
black long sleeve.
Yeah.
I like that. There was a whole bunch, and then the white T-shirt. I was like, fuck.
Dude,
I was like, however, you're gonna. I was like, it's like I'm thinking like I'm gonna wear that shit all the time because like you're gonna go to any racetrack and everybody's gonna be wearing the same fucking shit.
Mm-hmm. That's
but they killed it.
For like
they fucking killed it though. Like
they did
what they had here. When I saw the car, I was like, they better make some fucking shirts or something.
And the merch is just as good.
Yeah, I was like, dude, oh my fucking god,
they knocked it out of the park.
And it's expensive, but it should be. Like I was like, yeah. They're gonna make a shit ton of money.
They could have charged more, dude.
Yeah, this isn't a charity.
Yeah, like go look at 8 merch on eBay.
Yeah, this
like,
shit was
original
sick,
8 merch. Go find out how expensive that shit is.
Yeah.
This is legit 8 merch that they're.
I don't expect it to probably fucking come out till like next year, probably though.
Well, okay. So do you not think that they're gonna sell any of the merch at the race?
I'm just saying, like. Supply and demand, like how soon do you think they can get all that stuff printed and made?
Well, so this was my next question because obviously I'm going to be at the race.
Yeah.
I'm going to try
You're going to be at that
by,
race.
But we'll see.
Oh, everybody started being like, dude, we got to go. And I'm like, that would be sick, but I'm not trying to go fight a whole, like for you South Carolinians, like, yeah, fuck yeah. But I was like, I'm not going to try to go to this race and fight a fucking montage of people.
Yeah, it's like an hour from my house, dude.
Yeah, I absolutely would be going if I was you.
Yeah, and it's my
is it already shipping? Shit, I might need to get on there and order some stuff.
And it's my work, so I have my pass. Like,
oh, dude, I want
credentials.
You need to get a picture with Junior.
I'm gonna for sure go down there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be down there. That's why I was telling
crowd.
Jeremy. I was like, dude, get the pit pass. I'm gonna be down there. Like, me and you can go get.
I didn't get Jeremy bitching. He's like $80. I was like, that's like a deal.
That
what are you talking
seems pretty good. You're gonna get a picture.
$8 and you get to stand next to this goddamn car we're all worshing. Like,
yeah. And he's like, but crew only had the pit crews only have to pay $60. I'm like, yeah, they're there working.
Yeah. For you and your stuff, that's super sick. Hey, when is it?
Oh, you'll be in Florence too. Sick.
When's the race?
It's like the weekend of like Thanksgiving. It's like the day before.
Oh, it's in a couple weeks. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes it tougher. Yeah, that's no. I was almost like, you're going there with your stuff.
It's gonna be, yeah.
I was like, I have a truck, but I was like, all right, no, I'm not going.
It's gonna be sick, dude. Honestly, the South Carolina 400? That's what it's called. It's a badass race. I've gone like every year since I've moved here because
imagine if Junior was in that car.
Well, Junior always comes. That's the thing. Like, he always comes to this track.
It'll burn to the ground.
This event is fucking badass. I got to meet the track owner, and they're investing in this track like crazy right now. Essentially, what happened was it was the promoter of the track here in Myrtle Beach. Obviously, you know that track, the Speedway. And then when that got tore down, which, by the way, I drove by there the other day, and they're now building a fucking housing community just like mine over there. It's pissing me off. Dude, it's so shitty. Anyway, the old promoter moved over to Florence and now has taken over that track, and it's awesome, man. They're reinvesting, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, they pack that place in.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be fun as fuck. Everybody knows, like, I'm going.
Yeah, they pack it in. It's badass.
That's gonna be a fun time for sure.
Yep.
Damn.
So you know where to find me. So we'll have content, boots on the ground for that one too.
Hey, cool.
Yeah.
I was so fucking drunk after the Reddick win. I looked up fucking plane tickets and race tickets, and I was like, I'm going to Phoenix. Fuck this. And I conned my sister into buying me a plane ticket, and I was like, okay, hold on, just stop. She was like, because I told her, I said, hey, is it too late to still come out there? She was like, well, oh my God, no. She says, I'll get you a plane ticket. I was like, hold on, let me look at race tickets. And I started looking at race tickets, and I could totally bought one, but I was gonna have to buy like one for me, her, and her husband, and it was gonna be like $600. And I was like, yeah, hey, never mind, I'm not coming. Forget I brought it up.
I was drunk. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, hey, sorry, I got drunk last night and thought about coming.
I got way too excited.
Yeah, I was so pumped. I was like, fuck this, I'm going. I was like, what am I talking about?
You want to make picks for Martinsville?
Yeah, let's do it.
We still gotta make picks.
Ooh, Martinsville.
Get my phone out. Let's do these picks real quick. Yeah, all right.
Underdog. I'm gonna go the 4-car Josh Berry. R.I.P. He's a good little short track racer, so maybe he can do something.
Okay, what's your lock?
Lock of the week. God damn it. I'm gonna say it. I'm going fucking Denny Hamlin. He needs to get it done. Virginia homeboy. I hope he still has a little fire left and finally gets a win back in Martinsville. It's been a while.
Okay. Underdog. Let's see. Who do I want? God, this is tough because I genuinely think somebody's going to win this that's in the top 8 right now, at least. Because underdog is just somebody like not in the top 8, right?
Sure.
Right? It was somebody like that's not in contention for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, either way, it's tough because I'm trying to think of anyone that would win this. I don't know. We'll go Bowman.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely eliminated. He finished 7th at Homestead. Poor bastard.
Yeah. Lock. I guess I'll go. Man, that's tough. Do I want to go Willie B or Larson? That is a tough one.
Ooh. I think neither of them won.
I'm gonna go Willie B. I want it to be Larson. Deep down,
Willie B won the spring race.
Yeah,
but
deep
if you
down,
remember last year,
really wanted Larson.
I think he won like the spring race last year, and then was fighting for his life here last year, or the fall race or something. I don't know. Willie B's been fast though. He has had a stellar playoffs. Remember we were like, they'll turn it up. They fucking did. He's like top 5 to every race.
Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking about that last year now, and I'm like, shit. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Oh,
too late. You already made your pick. Sweeping Martinsville.
Whatever. I want it to be Larson. So if it's Larson, I'm happy. By the way.
Yeah, we did another episode. I may or may not be busy as shit next week, but we definitely should try to get an episode in, and because we only got like the finale, and then we talk about the season and maybe do some off-season bullshit.
Yeah, that's it.
Holy shit! And then back to football and fall time. All right.
Well, shit, man. Thanks for jumping on. Glad we got this in.
Yeah, we did it, boy.
All right. Peace.
All right, y'all. Peace.